Hello, everyone. Glad to have you with me. Seeking too much here, back yet again in the world of Westeros with High Storm Singer Aegon, the Conqueror of the Iron Throne. And before we get started, guys, please do remember to like and subscribe. Your support really helps me to keep going. I am 500 plus subscribers away from becoming monetized. So if you guys want to support me and you like my channel, you like my content, please do check out please do subscribe. And if you want to support me even further, please do check out my Patreon in the description below. But all right, so in the last episode, again, we're really just waiting for the succession. Aegon knows that he's at the end of his life. He wants to protect his legacy. He wants to protect his children. And unfortunately, Arion wanted to kind of get started a little early. So he had a legitimate point that this territory, I believe it's these two counties, belongs to the Westerlands and not the Reach. My heir, Aria, I hate that name, has these. I gave her the reach to kind of protect her, to make it easier for her to succeed. And I also ran out of kids to give it to. And Barron was really young. I didn't want to give him the reach at that age. North, there's less people here, even though it's big. So, it's a little easier for him to deal with it. Ooh, he can get married to a princess of uh, Parrot Bay. That would be interesting. Huh. But she's declared incapable, so I don't know about that. Aren't many Valyrian girls available for him to get married to? Maybe this Rhaella from Tolos. That could be a good match. Yeah, we can go ahead and put that in there. um, but anyway, rather than coming to me about it, Arion decided to just attack her, and I honestly see that as an attempt to try and weaken her. And I mean, that's scary. They could have had a dragon conflict. I mean, he is a really young dragon. I don't even know if actually he can fight yet. But I mean, there could have been a dragon conflict. We could have lost one. So he's been in prison for about a year in house arrest as a punishment. But I think ultimately he does have a point. He has paid the price. So I think I will try to take this from her. But I don't know if she will. So let me see if I. Uh, who. Okay, so he holds Cornfield. So she has North Watch. Okay, or North March. I'm sorry. But wait. Okay, that's interesting. So it looks like. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh God, it's split. That's even worse. I don't know if she would go for that, to be honest. I mean, I could retract the vassalage of. Uh, what are their names? Hold on a second. So North March, it would just be temporary. Retract the vassalage of North March. She would say no. So she would rebel, basically. Well, I could use cheat codes to do a kind of quid pro quo here, but I think that this is a very touchy situation. And I think basically we could say we're at an impasse. I couldn't resolve this for him because my daughter would attack me. And Aegon, I don't know how he would feel about that. He probably doesn't want to tear the realm apart. I mean, I'll be going down a rabbit hole here of then having to imprison my daughter as well. So, and who knows what would happen. So I think I'm just going to let him go. He served his time. Maybe I could humiliate him as punishment, but I think, I don't know. I really don't know what he would do in this situation. He is cruel, but he's also proud. He doesn't. I don't know what he would do with the Westerlands if we lost it. So, because it would upset the power balance too much, and I don't think he would want to humiliate him or hurt him because he is his oldest son. So he's been in prison for a year. So I am just gonna let him go. I could make him pay a ransom. That's an interesting idea. I could make him pay a ransom. 350 gold. So let's see. So that would be, hold on a second. Let me get out my trusty calculator. So 350 minus 173 divided by 5.84. So it would take him like how many years is that? That's about 2 more years. Oh, I would love to ransom him for less money, but hmm, and I can't seize his dragon egg, which is kind of lame. Well, you know what? I think I'm just gonna let him go. I think I'm just gonna let him go. He's been in here for a year. I could keep him in here for like another 3 years until he pays the ransom. Hmm. I'm just gonna let him go. All right. So he has been released, and hopefully we will not have any more issues. Interesting. So Mr. Winch is trying to kill my one of my wives. Let's see, can I get him to end this plot? No. Can I imprison him? I can imprison him. Or I could just tainted touch him. Oh no, I can't. Okay. Okay. So yeah, we can try that. It might result in a war, but all right. So he has escaped. Okay, so rather than putting up a fight, he just escaped, basically. Okay, so well, that's good. So his son has now inherited then. Okay. I also brought on a new wife in the last episode, Melora. She is her family now controls Sharp Point. What is this? No, I'm not going to give you money to take land from my heir. You crazy? Uh, with the running. Oh, anyway, yeah. So I kind of want Aegon to maybe make more kids, just in case that we lose some of them. Not all of them have children yet. Yeah, basically none of them do. I mean, we have a pretty tiny house, only 9 members. All right, what's this? Lady Aria has suggested higher tax. Well, I don't want to raise my tyranny too much. And I've lost authoritative. So I think that Aegon is kind of retreating a little bit. I think he wants to kind of relive the glory days and protect his legacy. He's enjoy a beer every once in a while, maybe do some dueling, but oh, oh God, it seems like my tainted touch was successful. Wait, what? So it seems like okay, so I didn't get so this is his wife. And I actually gave her the tainted touch because I thought it was a bad match, but it actually isn't. He actually has a lot of her father has a lot of territory and a decent amount of troops. So I tried to get rid of her so he can marry like a better match, but it looks like it didn't work. And instead, I just made her a little sick instead. So I guess that's good at the end of the day. This is a crazy sigil. It's like a deer head filled with arrows. Very interesting. All right, after years of planning, Mr. Florent has decided to push his claim by force. So he's going to try to take territory away from Arya. So people are not very happy with her inheriting. I guess because she's kind of dishonorable. But she's pretty chill. Other than that, she's stubborn, but like she's social, humble, and patient. I think she's not the worst person. She's like very maybe like she's someone who maybe thinks that she's always right, but maybe isn't too much of a dick about it. But also she's deceitful, so she is uh willing to stab you in the back. Also, she's a brothel owner. That's interesting. Mina Coxelwent gave me bizarre and repulsive evidence concerning Aria's sexual orientation. Well, everyone knows she's homosexual, so I'm not going to arrest her. So I'll keep this to myself for now. Uh, oh, I forgot to take Visenya riding. Oh, I'll show her. Oh yeah, I well, I was resting. I only had a little bit to drink. Uh, and I am the king. I'll show her, or I'm sorry. Oh, she poured water on me for revenge. Yeah, I think you would get mad about that. All right, so I have a bad headache, and the episode is slowly coming back to me. So I guess I was drunk. Oof, I got lectured by a child. Okay, sounds like I promised to do something for her. I got drunk and I didn't do it. So this girl is married to Mr. Aaron matrilineally, and I suppose she's going to inherit? No, she's not going to inherit. Who's gonna inherit this? Oh, they're not even in line for the succession. That's crazy. Wow, okay, so a lot of people are trying to get rid of my daughter. Uh, I think they don't want to have a female heir. So probably another good reason to keep Arion in the back burner here. Okay, so Mr. Dan, his name's just Dan the Usurper is causing some issues. He's so like unimportant. I really don't give a shit about him. It's really weird that he has the Kingdom of the Stepstones, but I guess I said that I would conquer it for him, so maybe I will do that. So you know what? I'm gonna pay him a visit on my dragon. I'm gonna tell him, you know what? You know what? No, we'll do nothing for now. Um, and we'll help him out as soon as I get some more money. All right. So he has lost that title. Does he have any land? No, I'm not going to give you money to act against her. Okay, so I guess I'll help him out once I get him some money. You what? No, I'm not going to help you take away my son. Man, there are claimants everywhere, everywhere, just trying to get back their land. Okay, so let's go ahead. We will help out Dan, the usurper. So, Dragon Conquest of Sunstone. Uh, we'll also try to take Bloodstone, Dark Den. This Wreckstone, Shame Isle, Grey Gallows, Last Refuge, and Torturer's Deep. And I think that is everything. Okay. And let's see how many of them surrender. All right, Janar has joined in. Arion, seen my mercy and has joined in. Delena has joined in. Scholera from the Trident has joined in. Baron from the North has joined in. Jakar from the Stormlands. Looks like the only one who didn't join in was my daughter. But okay, so he is wise. He is wise. He is wise. He is wise. All right, almost all of them just gave up immediately. Um, okay, that's cool. And I can revoke their titles without worrying about that. So I'm gonna let my vassals take care of this war, I think. No, God, dude, these people are shameless. It kind of doesn't make any sense that they would do that. Like, ask me for money to get rid of my own kids. Okay, and just one more from Dark Den. I think that's everyone. Oh, it's a San. Okay. So, well, I guess I could ride out for one last battle, huh? I mean, not last, hopefully, but you know. All right, so I'm gonna hop on my dragon and take care of them. Although I should be careful, because there's a lot of mountains in that area. Okay. Oh, okay, so I could take these Roseby Valerians. All right, yeah, we can go hang out with the Massey Hook Valerians to cow them. But it looks like he was not impressed, so that's not good. Well, we'll see what happens with him. Okay, so let's go ahead and hop on there, guys. And this is mountains, so we won't have much luck there. I always forget if I can use a dragon during a siege if it's mountainous, so I guess we'll find out. I think you can. Yes, okay. So, Dracarys. Yeah, clap him in irons. force him to surrender, and then we will revoke his title. And then let's go down to Grey Gallows, and we will do the same to him. Harris Lannister. He will get the base essentials. Oh, maybe that was a bad move because he's a gene. Oh, he's a eunuch. Oh, God. Well, I guess I don't have that much money. Okay, that's too bad. Oh, I could have used him. Fuck. Okay, well, yeah, I guess I could go back and load, but I don't want to do that. All right, well, maybe he'll get a good education anyway. I will pair him up with, and he's a genius, so he already has good traits. I'll pair him up with Cassandra, a 40-year-old, selfish but honorable, horny person who's good with money. So hopefully he will learn a thing or two at least. I acted a little impulsively, but maybe Aegon would do that, you know. Oh, get some small army there. Maybe he would, someone would come to him and say, "Hey, what do you want to do for Harris?" He'd be like, "Yeah, fuck that kid." Probably forgetting that, all those years ago he cut his balls off and was going to use him. I remember when you know, what's the word? Castrate. Yeah, castrated the Lannisters after I defeated them. Um, yeah, where was that? Was one that was his grandson. I remember thinking that I could use him in the future because he was pretty young. I think. I mean, that was 10 years ago, so he was just a baby. Um, I don't know if he was a genius at that time, but maybe he forgot, or it's just not on his mind. So, but to be honest, that's mostly my fault. I should have taken a closer look at that. But maybe one day he will be a good master of coin. That's kind of effed up to think about because the Lannisters are like a very like wealthy, or they were a very wealthy, powerful house, and now they're basically just coin counters for the person who massacred them, basically. And there are some Lannisters left, I believe, here at Lannisport. So it's only 10 of them. So it's a pretty big humiliation for them, really. So kind of effed up. Kind of effed up. All right, and then the last war, the last battle here. So let's grab that last castle. Dracarys, clap him in irons, and let's kick his sorry pirate ass out of here. All right, yeah, I can invest in some medical advancements, no problem. All right, so the wars are over, so we can go ahead and go back to normal here. We'll lose a bunch of ships in the process because I'm too lazy to put them away. Okay, so let's go ahead and we will make these high lordships. And I will go ahead and give them over to Daniel up here. Dan, the usurper. There's one more? No? Is there one more? No. Okay. So we'll wait for them all to join back. Yeah, I'll get the old council. So we're gonna make this guy love me, although I would love to revoke his title, to be honest. But okay. Anyway. Yeah, so central stepstones, western stepstones, southern stepstones, and I think that's everything except for this. Oh, I knew there was one more. Okay. And northern stepstones. Okay, good for you, Daniel. So we now have a king of the stepstones. I probably wouldn't have done this, but he was already king, and I guess his family had, conquered it a while back. So it's kind of cool, though, to think about the Ironborn doing that. They should have done that forever ago, to be honest. Oh, let's get Cassandra on here. So she will educate that Lannister boy to hopefully become our next Master of Coin. Okay, so looks like we have an issue here. Ah, shit. So he is fighting the Bowlings. We're trying to take back his land. Can I can't join his war? Can I join her war? No. Well, she doesn't have that many men, so I think she's gonna be destroyed. Who's King Oris? I didn't even check on that. Okay, there we go. So they have been destroyed. Well, all right, guys. So I think we'll call it a day. That was a fun little episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember, guys, to check out my Celtigar series that I just started. It takes place during the Dance with Dragons. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode.